I'm gonna practice my stalking skills. I've been stalking up on this doe for 20 minutes. One step at a time. I'm gonna get real close, get some good footage. But I'm looking for, there's a bunch of bucks that I saw. Like 8 bucks in this area a few days ago driving, so I just wanted to come in and poke around, see if I could find some sheds. And there's a doe up here feeding, so I'm gonna see if I can get some footage. I just came down in here to do a quick scout, look for some lucky late sheds, because I saw some nice bucks a few days ago nearby, so I wanted to go in and see if I could find any of their sheds, and I didn't, but at first I was stalking real quiet in here and saw a 4-pointer in velvet and then the spike behind them. They walked right by me, 15, 20 yards. And then I was like, all right, I gotta start picking up the pace or I'm not gonna cover any ground here. So I started going pretty fast down to this brook here. And I just stumbled upon another buck that was only 15 yards away. I don't know how he didn't hear me. It's pretty windy. So I crouched down and looked at him for a while. He looked at me, got some good footage of that. And he was looking behind him. I looked over to my left and there was a bigger buck in there, and he was a mature buck. He was an 8-pointer. Went a little bit outside the ears, and it's getting pretty high already for, June. So that was fun. Got some footage of that, and now I'm walking along this brook and it looks really nice. Let me show you there's rubs all along. So you like seeing this kind of habitat here. Those bucks were just over there standing in the brook. The brook goes through there. They were in that high grass there, and right along the edge here you see some rubs. It's an older rub, but there's a couple big ones behind me there. And just poke along. You'll remember all this stuff for when deer season comes around. You see the clear transition though here? Bucks will make rubs and lay down sign in these transition areas. You got the wet swamp and the brook there, and then you get right here's a transition line with these big pine trees. You find a smaller pine tree, that's where you'll see the rubs. There's a clear path here right along the edge. Well, I was just pushing through that thick stuff. There was a trail going right through the middle of it, and I'm thinking to myself, this looks like some good bedding. And I jumped something 10 yards away from me. And I ran out here and it went through there. I think it was a doe, but I didn't get a good look. But just look at this beautiful deer country. Beautiful. Bedded down right in the middle of all the thick pines there. So I ran out here to see if a lot of times if you kind of keep up after them, they'll stop and look back at you, see what you are. So I wanted to come and see if it was a buck, but if I stood here long enough, I bet he'd come right out there, or she would, and I'd see, but I want to keep moving.